It's the best time of jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun.
Hey guys, don't you hate how this time of year can be so stressful? Getting into the same fights with the same family members that you do every single year. Christmas shopping last minute and trying to figure out what to get people. Feeling obligated to go to Christmas parties that you don't want to go to. Today I'm going to share with you the tips that you need to know to reduce your holiday stress and actually enjoy this time of year. Because December only rolls around once a year and there's so much to enjoy and savor that we are often unable to. I never, ever get stressed out this time of year, especially about the dumb things, you know, like trying to figure out what to wear to a holiday party or what to give someone or spending too much money that I don't have on gifts for people. Personally, I never get stressed out because I have somehow eaten every sugary thing within eyesight of me for the past 30 days. None of those things bother me. Like I said, guys, I just have my life totally together. So keep on watching so you can hear my tips to reduce your holiday stress and actually enjoy this time of year with your family and friends. My first tip is to schedule. That's kind of an intimidating word if you're not a scheduler, which I'm not. Add some things to your calendar on your phone or have a note in your phone and just jot things down there. Just have it out of your mind because there's so many details that we're trying to manage this time of year. Have them written out because life can be stressful in general any other time of the year if you don't have a plan or if you don't have things written out, but especially around this time of year when there's so many things you're juggling in your mind, gifts to give people, parties you may be going to, food to bring to parties, or if you're hosting Christmas at your house. There's so many little details to juggle in your mind. Just taking all of what's going on in here and all the invitations you've received or not received, all those little details, put them on a piece of paper so your mind can be freed of space and you will have more peace of mind. My next tip is to continue your healthy habits. Assuming you have some sort of healthy habits, you do have some standard, no matter if it's very healthy or a little bit healthy, but you have some standard of your life. And no matter what your standard is now, I would say that most of our standards go down a bit during Christmas time because there are baked goods everywhere. You obviously can neglect eating healthy, but again, this is my tip to feel better about yourself. So just say yes to some of the things. Just know that there are consequences for your actions. I 100% think it's good to enjoy, and I think it's good to enjoy all year round. Don't just try and consume absolutely everything and write it off as it being the holidays, because you're not going to feel good if you do that to yourself. If you're eating pumpkin pie for breakfast every day, that kind of sounds amazing. You probably won't be feeling very good. So continue to eat as best you can. Balance out all the sugary treats with some healthier options, more vegetables and salads and just whole foods. Continue to try and stay active, whatever that looks like for you, even just going for more walks after dinner or in the morning. Just don't neglect yourself. I know this is a fun time of year, but don't just throw it all out just to start over in January. It's not productive and you really don't want to do that to yourself. So I'm telling you, just care for yourself, keep going, and don't just surrender everything because it's the holidays. Number 3, do not overbook yourself. This is especially pertinent this time of year with lots of different parties going on and things that we can say yes to. Maybe you have nothing going on. Maybe you should try and get out and do something fun if you are not getting invitations for things. But just make sure you schedule in things this month that you really want to do and that you will enjoy. There's no point in saying yes to everything if you're just going to be too stressed out to actually enjoy it. Because if you say yes to 5 things when you really only want to do 2 things, you're going to be too stressed out to enjoy any one of those 5 things. But if you just say yes to 2 things, then you can actually be present and enjoy those 2 things and enjoy being at home, resting with your family, or doing simple things at home that are just going to be more satisfying to you. So don't overbook yourself and make sure you're taking care of yourself. Okay, this is a big one for me. It might sound a little crazy, but I do this all the time. I'm going to visit family or be with people that I struggle being with for whatever reason. Family, you just go way back, and it's very easy to just rub up against people and bring out certain issues or insecurities or struggles within one another. So what I do that's so helpful, whether or not it's the holidays, is to mentally prepare before these situations. I like to take the time to understand someone in my mind because it gives me compassion for them. So if let's see, what's a good example? For instance, if someone's really mean or angry, that person generally needs love or hasn't been loved very well in their life. And there's always roots to how we act and our behavior. All the things that bother you and other people in your family, while they're responsible for their actions, there's a root that's causing them to behave that way. That's often always very understandable. And when you take time to try and understand that root, to why they behave that way, it's much more easy to love them and to understand them and to have compassion for them. So when I'm driving to visit family, I take these things in my head and I remind myself of them. And I remind myself that I love this person. And I also play in my head the behavior that often would upset me or get me angry or frustrated or sad or whatever it is. And I just imagine myself acting how I want to act and having it not affect me and having it just roll off my shoulders and not trigger anything in me. It's super effective, and it really helps me enjoy the time that I have with my family and be able to focus on the good and not let those little things that tend to come up just come up and ruin everything. The more intent I am on doing this, I absolutely notice the reward, so definitely try it. Just take that time to mentally prepare for these little things so when they come up, you're already ready for them and they don't take away from your joy and the time that you have with your family. Because one day we won't have our loved ones around, whoever they are, and it's so important to value what we have when we have it. My last tip is to just remember what's important this time of year. It's being with family and friends. It's celebrating the birth of Jesus. It's appreciating what we have. It's giving to others. It's being generous. It's noticing the people we often overlook. It's just a time about love and connecting with people in a real way. It's so easy to get wrapped up in the technicalities and the things that we feel obligated to do. Preparing big meals or giving perfect gifts and spending a lot of money. None of those things matter, and so often we're so focused on having things perfect and doing things right that it just steals from the present and steals the moment away from us so that we can't actually enjoy. We're too stressed about having the potatoes cooked just right or the glaze on the ham, whatever it is. It takes away from valuing that the God of the universe became a little baby in human form to suffer what we suffered and to become like us so that we could become one with him and become like him and be a child of his. And just these valuable things, it's so easy for the meaning to just get stripped away within the stress of the season, the consumerism that is just rampant and crazy and not meaningful and distracting. So take that time to refocus so that you can just actually be present and enjoy what really matters this time of year. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you so much for watching. I do not have my life together. I definitely am stressed out more than once in a while, and I feel like my life is a bit of a balancing act, and what feels like is always first to go is my peace of mind and my sanity. I think though if I can take my own advice, I would be in much better shape, so hopefully I take this advice, hopefully you take it too, and I think if we do, we'll all have a better holiday this year and be able to just enjoy more of it. If you appreciated this video and want to give me some encouragement, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos from me. I would love to chat with you in the comments, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Merry Christmas!
Jingle bells time and jingle bell time, dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square.